everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I wanna talk about kalanchoe. I got this kalanchoe bouquets. Somebody gave it to me, and in one of my previous videos I showed you already how I propagate kalanchoe from the bouquet, and different kind of flowers I showed you already. Today I am not going to show you how I plant them. Today I wanna show you the results. Here, as you see, I had kalanchoe bouquet, and I didn't even wanna plant it in different pot. I just inserted this kalanchoe cuttings in this pot where I grow my plumeria plant. This is pink plumeria, and see, these kalanchoe bouquets, they started growing new babies. See, these are new growths, and they are growing now. And in the previous videos I showed you that in order to propagate kalanchoe, I cut this part, the top part, flowering part. Then later on I stopped doing that because I want to enjoy with these flowers. I want to see these flowers. One day I decided to plant it as is, and I wanted to see what will happen. And from that day on, I never cut kalanchoe flowers in order to propagate. I just plant them with their flowers, with their blooms, and I have this kind of babies growing very fast. See, I planted these cuttings in this plumeria pot, and then this baby started growing. And after 1 week I got another kalanchoe bouquet. Somebody gave it to me, and see, here I didn't have any pot, which plumeria in my other plumeria pots I cannot plant because they are old big plumeria plants, and the shade will not give this kalanchoe grow. And that's why I decided to plant these cuttings in separate pot. As you see, they started growing babies also. These are tiny. See, these are tiny babies growing from these places where the leaves grow. The leaves, they fell, and on these places new babies started growing. See, these leaves, they dry out and they fall, and the babies start growing on that place. You see, here is tiny new babies growing. Here it started growing, and here, and I have lots of them. And if I show you this kalanchoe doesn't have any roots. See, it's cutting and it doesn't have roots yet, but it's growing babies, as you see here. And now I put it back, and later on they start growing roots, and these babies will grow bigger size. As here, see, I planted these kalanchoes with their flowers, and they stayed months or more. They stay for a long time. They don't die fast. I planted this plant 2-3 weeks ago, and see, it's growing. It's still blooming. These buds, they were closed, and now they are all open. And here, the top, the flower pot, when it dies, these branches, they start growing. There, see, they are growing crazy, and these shoots, they will grow as here. See, as you see here, they will grow like this, bigger size, and from everywhere. And the top part, it's dead. Now I can cut and remove this top part. Whatever is dead, here is slime. I don't need that. Okay, and here, see, this kalanchoe is huge plant now. See, how it's growing. I need to water it. See, the top part, flowering part, it's dead, and the bottom part, it started growing lots of branches, a lot. See how healthy it is. And here is the same. See, flowering part, I didn't cut it because I wanted to show you this flowering parts. And see the stem, it grew these branches, it branched a lot. And then what I can do now, I can cut all of these cuttings from this kalanchoe and plant it in separate pot as I did here. Let me show you. Here, see, I cut it, the cuttings, these branches, they were small like this, and I just cut it and put in a pot. See, I put in a pot just like this. I don't need any rooting hormone or something special. I just plant it just like this, and it starts growing for me. And see how healthy and strong they are now. See, this started growing branches also. It's new cutting. I just planted it a couple of weeks ago, and see how it rooted. It has lots of thick roots now. And even this kind of bare naked stem, you can just insert and it grow for you. See, I don't know if it has roots now or not. Yes, it started growing roots. See, I never saw away or waste something. See how it grew roots. It didn't have any shoots here. It was naked, and I didn't want to throw away, and I just planted it in this pot. And see how it's growing roots. Kalanchoes, they grow roots. You can propagate them even from the single leaf. They grow babies. I have kalanchoes which I grew from a single leaf. You take leaf just like this, and you insert in the pot just like this, and it grows roots, and later on you will see babies growing under here. And it's very easy to propagate this plant. Let me show you. I will bring it's inside in one pot. I will show you the leaf which is growing baby. I'm very sorry, I wanted to show you this leaf. This leaf I put in this pot, and it just started growing this baby. See, yesterday my kids, they were telling me that my cat stepped on my flower. It was this flower. See, this leaf, it broke this leaf, and here is tiny baby. Here, this baby is from this kalanchoe, and this way these kalanchoe leaves, they grow babies. See what my cat did. Okay, but I wanted to show you this leaf. It's okay, but the kalanchoes, they grow easily from the single leaf also. What you can do, you don't need to buy kalanchoe plant if you want to grow this plant. You just need a single leaf, just single leaf like that, or you need cutting from your kalanchoe, from somebody. If your friends have kalanchoe plants, you just take the cutting from them, and you take out these leaves. See, this is healthy leaf. I can plant it. And what I do, I just fill my cup with the soil and put my kalanchoe in the pot. See, I am not even drying out the cutting. I'm not doing anything special, nothing. I just take it, I just cut it and put in a soil. And these
Do you
leaves,
need vermiculite and perlite?
sometimes I use, sometimes I don't use. It depends how you want to grow. If you want to add some perlite and vermiculite, it's good. If you don't want to use, it's also nothing's dangerous. And this way we can plant our kalanchoes, and later on they will grow roots. A little bit water I can put here now, because this peat moss is super dry. As you see, it doesn't have any moisture. I can put little bit of water here, and this kalanchoe will start growing roots soon. This much water is enough, see? And it will stay here on the table and will root. And later on this kalanchoe will be strong. In 2 weeks it will be strong like this ones. 2 weeks ago I planted them in these small cups. See? In these cups, and they are growing crazy now. And if you wanna see blooms like this, you need to feed with African violet fertilizer. Kalanchoes like African violet fertilizer. If you feed them with that fertilizer, they will bloom crazy. My kalanchoes, they bloom crazy when I feed them with African violet fertilizer. Later, when these flowers die, they look like this, and to give them beautiful nice look, we can cut this dry part, and our kalanchoe will look nice and pretty. Before, when I just started propagating kalanchoes from flower bouquet, I was cutting flowers first and planting the stem. Then I decided to plant as is with flowers, and see how they are growing. Flowers, they are not preventing to grow roots from the kalanchoes. See? Now it's looking better. And here I have some dry tops. See? Here I am cutting it, and this here it grew the new growth from the bottom of this branch, from this main. And these are babies. See how many babies it grew. And this dry top I am cutting and taking out. Here also this is dry, and this is dry. I'm taking out whatever is dry. I'm taking out.
Cutting.
Yeah, cutting. Some of them are dry from the base. See how it's beautiful now. And this each branch I can just snip just like that. See, from here I can snip the top part just like this, and this branch, it can this stem, it can grow the branches, new branches, and it will become bushy. And this part I can plant it in a pot or in a separate cup, or here, wherever is, without any rooting hormone or without dipping in a honey or something, just like this, and it will grow roots soon. And this is my African violet fertilizer, 11-25-13. If you can find this fertilizer, I bought it from Florida, and most of people are asking me where they can get this fertilizer. This fertilizer is very good. It makes African violets bloom crazy, And I also used for my kalanchoes, and I had lots of blooms from my kalanchoes. These are new, and I never used this fertilizer for them because I was lazy. I was using a leftover fertilizer for my orchids for these kalanchoes. They were outside whole summer, and that way I don't have any blooms now. If I start feeding with this African violet fertilizer, they will bloom for me crazy. And you can, if you can find this fertilizer, it's very good for blooming for succulents and for African violets. You can use this fertilizer. It's very good. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you are not subscribed yet. If you like this video, please put thumbs up. See you later. Bye.